Okay, so I'm going to try to make some rivets, and rivets are kind of sassy. So what I'm doing is I've already punched my aluminum and my copper and made sure my holes lined up. Now what I have to do is I'm going to use a wire that is pretty much the same size thickness as the opening that you punched, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut it, and I want it to just be a hair bigger on either side. But when I go to get started, I usually cut it a little longer than I think I need it, just because it has a tendency when you cut it to kind of fly away. So I just cut a little bit on either side, a hair bigger on either side. And then what you're going to do is you're going to find that this little booger falls out all the time, and it'll make you crazy. So then you're going to use a combination of the ball peen hammer, the round side and the flat side, and you're just going to very gently start giving a little tap tap taparoo. And the idea is to hammer the metal, or the wire rather, and make it kind of splay out to get wider so that it can't fit through the opening. Can't fit through. But if you hammer it too hard, it'll just bend over and it'll lay over on top of your top piece of metal, and that is not what you want. So I'm very gently making that little guy stand up. And this piece of wire is actually probably a little too skinny for how big that opening is. Now it's not in there yet, so I'm very carefully, I'm going to hold this and I'm going to rotate it and hope he doesn't fall out. And if he falls out, which he did, I'm going to kind of feed it back in. Come back. If you drop it after all that hard work, you have to start all over again. I'm going to feed that in. Alright, I'm going to rotate that over. You almost fell out again, jerk. Another thing that I remember that I used to do with these, because they're so even,